Hi, I'm Bill Lancaster, and I'll be your host for this video on using a mixture of beeswax and pumice to finish on your woodworking, and I do bowls. So let me just show you what I'm doing here. I have made up the beeswax and pumice using just a little hot plate. So what you do is I've got this little hot plate I got from Walmart, and I got some beeswax. That's a 1 ounce stick of beeswax that I got from Amazon. And then you use a double boiler. You don't want it to get too hot. So you put water in the bottom of the double boiler, and then the beeswax and mineral oil, not mineral spirits. So I couldn't find mineral oil. This is a cutting board oil, which is 100% or almost 100% mineral oil. So that's what I use for this. And so I couldn't find a big can of mineral oil. I just had to use this little stuff. And then you use, for the pumice, you use diatomaceous earth. This is a diatomaceous earth. It took me the longest time to learn to say diatomaceous. And diatomaceous is, you have to break it down into diatom, which some of you may have in biology have looked at diatoms through a microscope. Well, this is diatomaceous earth. So you can kind of learn to say it that way. That's what I did. And then you put the mineral oil in there, and it helps to have a little spatula. You get the water boiling, and the purpose of the double boiler is so that the temperature never gets over boiling point. It never gets over 100 degrees centigrade or 212 Fahrenheit. And so when you get that, you can use something to stir it with. Stir up the mineral oil and I don't have mineral oil in here, of course, but you stir it up until the beeswax melts. And then you begin mixing in your diatomaceous earth, and you do it slowly and stir it. So you do 1 ounce of beeswax, 1 ounce of diatomaceous earth or some other kind of pumice, and then 5 ounces of mineral oil. So 1, 1, and 5. 1 of beeswax, 1 of diatomaceous earth or pumice, and 5 of mineral oil. So then you get it all mixed up, and you come out in the end with a stuff that looks kind of like this. It's a kind of a pasty stuff. It's kind of a, you see, it's just a like a pudding almost. So that's the mixture. It's an emulsion. So you've got to keep stirring the beeswax and mineral oil until the diatomaceous earth is all stirred into it, because it's an emulsion. That means that the pumice is suspended in the beeswax mixture, and you don't want it to settle out to the bottom. So it's a emulsion, and you want it to stay that way. So then you can apply it to your wood. I use a little 3M pad, and this is the little 3M pad that I use. You get some on it, and you just smear it on there as the lathe is turning. Now, I am going to put this camera on its little stand while I try to get the bowl. Oh, let me show you the bowl. Here's the bowl I'm going to be putting this stuff on. You see how slick it is, how glossy? And on both sides, it's just glossy as it can be. And that picks up in the camera. So when you put the wax on there, it's going to take a little bit of that gloss off, because the pumice is going to act like a jeweler's paste. And it'll do a little more sanding on it, but it's very, very fine sanding. So you put the wax on there and spin it and buff it. I'll show you. And then you have a little different it's a little softer appearance to this thing. So let me get the the camera mounted here. Hang on while I move things around and get the camera mounted, and it'll be okay, I think. Now let me see if I got that thing pointed right. I think that's pretty good. Okay, let's try this. Now, I'm going to take away the quote double bore, and I use this little thing at the bottom so the double bore doesn't sink to the top pan doesn't sink to the bottom, and take that away. Take the burners away. And I think we're back. Now, what we're going to do is mount this on the lathe. I'm using a vacuum chuck. If you don't have a vacuum chuck, it's just really helpful. So I use this wax paper to kind of protect the bowl, and you have to put a hole in the wax paper to get the vacuum through to the bowl. It doesn't matter if it spins true. It's going to be wobbly. But this is, you're not cutting, you're just, okay, I've got a vacuum pump down here on the floor, and it got a little remote control switch. It just controls the electrical outlet. And so I can kind of do that. Now, I'm going to start this thing slow. Probably not more than 400 RPM. And I'm going to apply the beeswax and pumice mixture. This does the 3M pad does a little bit of sanding, but the pumice is what you really want. So I've got it running at 132. I'm going to speed it up to about 400. And get that beeswax and the 3M pad all kind of smoothing out the bowl. And then I'm going to buff it. And you use it for buffing, you use this blue towels. These are a lot softer, they say, than paper towels. So I use the blue, and just going to buff it with the blue. I've knocked off the lid. Get it here. All right, that's good. Now I'm going to just hold this against it, and I want the lathe to go as fast as I can take it. It's on a vacuum chuck, so I probably shouldn't go over 800, but I'm going to take it a little bit faster. I should have my face shield on in case this thing comes off. That's at 4. Almost 500. I want to go up to closer to 800, and I'm staying out of the line of fire. You'll notice that, I hope. The line of fire is here. If that thing lets go, it's going to come at me on that angle. So I've got it at 600 now. I'm going to 8, and let's see, that's 704. A little bit faster, and that's going to be it. That's the 764. Okay. Now, I'm going to take it off, and we'll kind of have a look at it. It's got a nice wax finish on it, and you'll notice it's a little bit less glossy. This is the glossy side over here. So we're going to do the other side too. Get that hole in the center. Just slow the lathe down a lot. Oh, I keep forgetting to start the vacuum. Okay. Now I don't want, I've got this texture here on the rim, and it's made with a chattering tool, so I don't want to get wax in those little grooves. So I'm going to do the inside of it with the wax mixture, and then I'm just going to do this rim with a little bit of the blue cloth and just a little bit of leftover wax to apply to it. This is finished with water locks, and the way I finish this water locks is I take a foam brush and I dip in the water locks and I apply it with the lathe turning, and then I keep it turning for 45 minutes or so until the water locks sets. So I just apply it like that. I haven't got any with me, but you said just apply it there and here, and I just want the water, and I leave it spinning at as low a speed as this lathe will go, which is going to be under 100, and that's at about 50 RPM. So I just leave it running for 45 minutes or so until that water locks sets, and then I will take it off the lathe and let it take it inside where the humidity is lower, and just let it finish drying, and then I can put it back on the lathe with the wax paper to do the other side. Now I'm going to put this beeswax on this side. I'm going to do a little bit faster. I'll get it going. This is at almost 300. I just don't want to do that rim. I just try to keep that stuff off the rim. I just want it to do the inside of the bowl and not the rim. So I'm going to go a little bit faster. This is a 400, 412. That's pretty good. Now I'm going to take the blue buffing cloth and just buff it. And I'm going to go faster. That's at 520. $630. 700. Now I'm just going to touch this rim with the blue cloth because it's got a little bit of that wax on it, and I don't, just that noise you hear is the wax paper. I just want to put a little bit of wax on that rim without getting any without getting, and I see I did get some to take it off, getting into the paste inside the grooves. I think I did get a little bit there. So we're going to take that off as best we can. Maybe I can blow it off. Let's try. Okay, that's better. This is going to come off. It's just a matter of keeping working with it. I've got a little bit of the blue paper towel in there with it. That noise you hear is my compressor. Well, what you see is the rim. I'm going to take this off. I've got a little remote control thing. I think I told you that controls the electrical switch. That's all it does. So here's what we got. We have, you can see the difference, I think, in the glossiness, and there's a little light coat of wax there. I'm going to set this inside while it completely dries, and while the wax completely dries, and then I may give it another little buffing with the blue, but that's what we're aiming for. So that'll be it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.